Hey there guys, this is John TM back with another video regarding Grand Theft Auto and all the connection issues that we are having, and it's really, horrible at times that we're not able to connect. And every time we try to connect and we're in a lobby, sometimes people leave, and after that we're just left alone and we just want to kill ourselves and leave the game, right? So these are the kind of issues that everybody has right now these days, and let me just tell you that I have a small solution regarding this that's already probably given on the Grand Theft Auto website. I'll get into that in a few moments, but just to let you know that it's not 100% fixed. It will help you with the connection issues. It will make the page loads faster, like you're getting connected faster, you're getting connected to the game faster. You don't really have to wait a lot in the lobbies, and plus 80% of the problem where everybody's leaving the room, that's going to be resolved as well. At times they will still leave the room because right now there's no permanent fix that I can find, but yes, it's going to help you a lot. So what you need to do is, even if you have like a PS4 or if you have an Xbox One, that's okay. You need to make sure that it's connected using via a LAN cable to your wireless router. Now it has to be like a LAN cable, like an Ethernet port. It should be like, you don't have to connect using Wi-Fi. If you don't know what a LAN cable is, this is what it looks like, right? So now this is what you have to purchase. So once you're done with that, you need to open up your wireless router box and see how you have to log in. Now normally to log into your wireless router, you have to type in an IP address in your laptop or desktop, whichever system you have to connect to the internet. Now in my case, I've got a Netgear residential gateway router. You can see that my model number is CG3000D-RG. This is the kind of model number you have to look up on your wireless router box as well, which is going to help you find the login information online as well. You can see how to log into this type of router, and it will tell you the basic admin and password user credentials. So once you have that information, and once you have the IP address that you can enter into your browser to gain access to your wireless router, you just do that, just like I did right now. It's 192.168.0.1. Alright, so this is the main basic page that I go right now. It tells me that it's a DOCSIS 3 stuff. So all that information is not relevant right now. Okay, so the first thing that you have to find out is a small segment or like a topic called LAN IP, right? This is the main section that you need to find out in your wireless router settings. All right, once you click on that, it will give you a couple of options there. Now it will tell you the LAN IP address for the modem, which is the IP address that you just entered. It's 192.168.0.1, right? After that, it's going to give you the subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0. This is normally the same address for most of the wireless routers, so you don't really have to mess with that. Both these options, just leave them just like that. Alright, so after that, what you need to select is Dhcp Server. Now this needs to be on yes. If it's not enabled, if it's on no, you need to enable this, because this is the main thing that is going to do the trick for us with the connection problems. So once you click on yes, after that you will see that there's a small range that the wireless router is selecting for you. Now the range normally starts from any number after the number that is the main number to access your wireless router. For example, for me it's 192.168.0.1, right? So it will start from 192.168.0.2. You don't really have to mess with that, just leave it like that, and it's going to give you an ending IP address as well, which ends with 192.168.0.254. Now these are the maximum number of users that can gain access to this particular wireless router at one point of time. So just leave that as well. What you really are concerned with is that you have to give a new IP address to your PS4 or Xbox One right now. So in order to do that, you need to find out what is the MAC address for your PS4 or Xbox One. Now the MAC address is normally given on the connection page, right? Once you go to the PS4, you need to go into the settings, connection settings, and it will give you the MAC address. If you're not too sure, you can just type in how to find MAC address for, sorry, I'm typing with one hand, so right. Okay, so once you do that, it will tell you, the Google is going to tell you how can you do that. Same works for Xbox One. Just put in Xbox One, right? So it's going to tell you the settings where you have to go and how you can get that. So once you have the MAC address, just put in there's going to be a section down there where you can put in the MAC address, right? Just put in the address. For me, it's 70.9e.29f146ee. That's what I'm gonna put here. I've already added that, but just to show you how it works. Done that. All right. So after that, you have to assign an IP. Now, normally in your household, you're connected with a lot of devices just like that. I've got like 4 or 5 devices that are connected via Wi-Fi. So these devices are taking up places between like 2, 3, 4. I'm talking about the last IP. I'm talking about this number. This one. It's going to one device is going to take the number 2. Another is going to take the number 3. These are mostly the sequential numbers. So you need to try and leave out the first 20 numbers just in case, so that other people can get connected with those IPs, and a lot of people are not going to get any IP conflicts, right? IP conflicts. That is what I'm trying to say right now. Okay, so just for that reason, I selected the IP number 20 for my PS4. So you can put in 192.168.0, and after that it's going to be 20, right? So this is what you're going to put in the system. Then you just click on add. All right, in my case it's going to tell me that it's a duplicate entry because I've already assigned this value to my PS4, which you can see here, DHCP reservation lease info. My PS4 is connected to the same IP address. So what this basically does is that every time you are connecting your PS4 to the internet, it's going to give this IP address to your PS4, which is very important because the settings that we're about to do right now will be will be applied on this IP address. So after you're done with this, just make sure try to click on refresh and try to go back to the same page. See if the information is still there, right? If it's still there, then it's working. It's going to work every time. All right. So the next step is that you have to visit the Grand Theft Auto connection issue. This link, right? Just make a search for GTA Online connection issues. It will take you to the Rockstar support system. They have a nice page that helps you with the connection issues. That tells you blah 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 that you have to do this, this, and that. Most of the stuff is not really important, It tells you the minimum download speed and the minimum upload speed. I can tell you that my connection is not very good when it comes to upload speed. It's less than 1 megabits per second of download, but I'm still able to, play online without many problems. At times, yes, I do get disconnected as well, but it's going to help you a lot with the connection problems. It's going to make the timing good. I mean, you can connect faster, and you will not get logged out a lot of times. So it gives you some basic settings regarding different devices: Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, and PS4. You don't really have to go through the whole thing because I'm telling you what you have to do anyway. So basically, these are the ports that you need to unblock for your IP address that you have assigned for the PS4 or for Xbox One. These are the TCP ports and UDP ports, right? Here, these are the ports. So just make a list of these ports on Notepad or somewhere, or keep them here on this page. And once you go back to your router page, now you have to find out something called port forwarding. This is where the trick starts, right? So once you go there, you can see that I've already added all these ports to my system. So once you go there, there's going to be a small section that tells you add custom rules. So this is the place where what you do is you name a port, like port 1. Sorry for that. All right, after that you put in the name for the, or the number for the port, which is, for example, the first one is 80 in the list. It starts with 80 and ends with 80 because it's not a range. Sometimes, you know, you have different ports coming in the same range, like 80, 81, 82, 83, just an example, right? So since we are not entering a range, it's just one port, so we're putting 80 as a start port, and in the end port we're putting 80 as well. Now in the protocol section, you can select both, which includes TCP and UDP. In some wireless router settings, you know, you might have to select it differently, but mostly it's just the same. So select both in protocol, and for the local IP address, you have to put in the same IP that you assigned your PS4. In my case, it's 20. So once you add the port, you know, just click on the add button. It's going to appear in the list. So as you can see, I've got many active forwarding rules, starting with 80, then coming to 443, 1935, and some of the ports, right? The list is given here, and you can copy the same list that I have here as well. 80, 443, 1935, 3478, 465, 983, 3658, and so on and so forth. So basically what we're trying to do is we're opening up all the ports that the PS4 requires, and the game Grand Theft Auto requires as well, to get the best connection. So once you don't really have any firewalls, and once you don't really have any ports blocking the system, it's going to make the connection better for you. You know, at times there are problems with the connection, internet problems, and the servers, but this is going to be the best case scenario for your PS4 or for your Xbox One. So these are the main settings that you have to do. You don't really have to mess around with anything else. And once you're done with that, make sure you're connected with a LAN cable directly from PS4 to your wireless router, and it's going to work. Just disable the Wi-Fi on your PS4 or Xbox One, and it's going to make the game run much faster. Once you go onto the connection settings for Xbox One or PS4, you can try to make a test and see what IP you're connected to, and make sure it's going to be the same IP, you know, that you mentioned here. If it's not working like that, maybe you missed a step. Just try to you know, watch the video again and see which step you missed. Otherwise, you know, it's going to be the same thing. I'll show you a video of a test as well that I made with the PS4, and it's showing up with the same IP. So if it shows up with the same IP, that means that everything is working just fine and you did everything correctly. And after that, once you try to log into Grand Theft Auto Online, you will feel that you're connecting much faster, the loading time is less, and it's much easier to connect to games. You don't really have to wait a lot, and plus a lot of people, you know, before, once they were leaving out, they're not going to be leaving out now. So here I'm going to show you like a couple of steps where you can just go through the PS4 and try to check and see if the actual setting that you did is working or not. So just go to like the settings, network, and after that you have to like test the connection, right? Um, so it's gonna like obtain the IP internet connection, sign into PSN network. It tells me that I'm connected as a NAT type 2, which is alright. Whenever you use a wireless router to connect, even if it's through a LAN cable, it's going to give you NAT type 2, which is safe as well. The best type scenario is NAT type 1. You only get that once, you're connected to a modem without a wireless router. So it tells me I'm getting connected, and this is basically the speed that I have with my internet. It's not that great, but it still works. So since my connection is working, I'm just trying to show you. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just trying to show you my IP address. That this is the IP address. So it's telling me that the IP address settings are automatic. PS4 is not doing anything, directly. It's taking the settings automatically from a LAN cable, and it's giving me the IP address, the 192.168.0.20. These are settings that I did in my system, so you don't really have to mess around with any settings with the PS4. It's going to pick up the settings automatically. Just use the LAN settings and go through the automatic wizard. It will set up the PS4 with the connection. Once you're done with that, everything is going to work out just fine for you. Try to connect with Grand Theft Auto Online. Play the games. If you do this, it's going to help you out with other games as well, not just Grand Theft Auto. All right. So with that, again, um, just let me know if you have any other questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.